My husband has been remodeling our house for 3 years. Because I haven't been living in my own home, my husband and I share a bedroom with our 2 children. Jeff and I have had to go into the car to fight because who wants to fight in someone else's house in front of everybody?
Well, we're talking about feeling the pressure to get married, and my guests Jeff and Heather are in that situation. Now, studies show that couples who marry before age 20 are 43% more likely to get divorced. It's because you're just not quite there yet and ready. Before you were married, you all started getting really physical.
Yes.
And you were like having oral sex.
Yes.
Okay, then you stayed in a hotel and went all the way.
Yes.
And said, I got to get married right now.
Basically.
So 10 days later, you got married because you were guilty.
Yes.
And you thought, this will make an honest woman out of me.
Exactly.
Okay. But you hadn't done any of the other things, right? You hadn't worked out the other elements, the other dimensions, the other foundation of the relationship, and you never have, right?
Exactly.
And see, I think about it this way. Can I borrow your chair? Is that chair connected? I don't think it is. Can I borrow that chair? Yeah. See, here's the thing. If you're going to have a relationship, it's like a chair. It's got 4 legs to it. And if you got 4 legs on a chair, it's real solid.
Right.
It's like you got friendship, you got common mission and values over here. You've got a negotiated division of labor and priorities over here. You've got sex and intimacy over here. But if all you have is 1 leg, and then that's it, the other 3, you want to come try and sit in this chair?
Yeah.
You know, that's what you got. You got a relationship that's standing on 1 leg. It was based on sex. It was based on intimacy.
I agree.
Like there. And so it just falls. No matter what you do, it falls. There's not 4 legs to make it solid.
Right.
And so when you ask me, you know, what? Thank you. I'm sorry. Take your chair. When you say, well, you know, why aren't we getting along? That's why you're not getting along. You got a relationship that's a 1-legged chair.
Right.
It's hard to sit in a 1-legged chair.
Right.
And you've been trying to do it for 8 years. You've got no common goals. You've got no plans. That you don't have a plan that both of you are excited about.
Kids
aren't plans. Kids aren't jewelry either.
No, they're not.
You don't just get kids because you think that'd be fun. When you bring children into the world, you have to say, I've got to step back and say, can I provide them with a healthy and nurturing environment? Can I give them stability here where they grow up with love and caring and proper modeling between a mother and father about affection, integrity, emotionality? And what this was marked by was not love and a common plan. It was marked by guilt. I think you're missing some fundamental cornerstones that you're either going to have to build those into this thing or it's going to turn into not just 8 years, but 10, 12, 14. And the problem is, as you get older, your children grow up, they start getting burned by what you're doing. And I hate to see them pick up the tab for what's going on. So why did you want to be here?
Because I feel like it's either I stay and hurt my children. That's what I feel like. I'm setting a bad example for them. Or I leave. And I don't want to leave because I think if we could figure out how to give us 4 legs, then we would be happy. And because I think he's willing to work at it, and I know I am. I'm willing to do whatever I have to. That's healthy. I just don't know what's healthy.
Just be totally selfish for a minute. What do you want to do? Well, if you could just snap your fingers, wouldn't he be gone?
Yes.
But isn't that the bottom line? If you could hit replay, you could rewind this thing and rerun this movie,
yes.
You wouldn't be in it. How do you feel about that?
Oh, if this wasn't what I thought it would be, I thought this would be a lot easier. I have a hard time explaining emotions, which is one of our problems. She feels I don't care about it because I have a very difficult time showing how I love her, but I admire her. I'm attracted to her. I think she's beautiful. I like the way she interacts with my children. I like the accomplishments she made under strenuous circumstances. I mean, she went through college and she got great grades. I mean, really great grades. And despite me, despite everything, I made us homeless. We're living with my parents. We're living with her parents. We're living here. I mean, she was going through a mess. And the more I was going through and the more I seen her, the more I loved her more. And I know I'm not She's upset with me because I'm a failure. I really am. I had all these great dreams. I had all these plans to make my wife happy. I thought, I grew up, I seen a messed up marriage. My parents, I wasn't appreciative toward it. I was determined not to have that same thing. And I found my own way to have my own same thing like that.
Do you have any concept in your mind of the role of the man in the family?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the right thing. I think the man should provide. I think the man should make his family feel safe. I think the man should truly love his wife, and she should know it. I think he should be able to. Everybody should be happy because he's there. Your children should be happy because he's around. Your wife should be happy because he's there, because of the things he's providing, because of the things he's doing.
Okay, well, do you think there's a point in time where you need to change what you're doing?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna tell you what I think you need to do if you are going to have a chance to lead this family out of this abyss and into some kind of sunlight, into some kind of chance to make this work. And I'm going to tell you what I think you need to do as well. I'm going to be very specific. I'm going to put verbs in my sentences, and then you're either going to embrace that or you're not. We'll be right back.